You guys want to know the best deal on oil changes? Well, today's your day because I'm going to explain everything to you right now. Something I've been trying to buy actually, but haven't gotten a chance to get oil when I go there. But oil change from Walmart and oil filter from O'Reilly because they didn't have mine at that current Walmart that I went to. Here it is. $27 for 5 quarts, and you have to buy the 15 quarts. You're going to have 2 left over because the van takes 13 quarts. This oil change, get this, if you divide this $27.97, if you divide that $28 by 5 quarts in there, it comes out to what? What does that come out to, mathematicians? $5.60 per quart. $5.60 per quart. This is the correct oil that works for the van. Either it's deleted or not deleted, it doesn't matter. If it's non-deleted and you have all your emissions, this is the oil to buy. This is exactly the same kind that the dealership sells you. Dealer sells it for $8 a quart for me. Here, $5.60 a quart. And this oil filter, it's not the greatest one, but since I change the oil once a month or even sometimes sooner, here it is, $5.79, $6 for this. So altogether, this oil change is under $80. Is under $80 altogether. Can you believe that? How much does the dealership charge you for a diesel Sprinter van oil change? How much? Tell me. Or even if you go to a service, write it in the comments. How much does your oil change cost you? Let me know. And of course here, the main thing is you just got to get your hands a little bit dirty and do it yourself, which is not a problem for me. So if you guys, are overpaying, even if you're paying double that, you guys can change your own oil anywhere. At a truck stop, you can change it on a side street by Walmart. You can change it anywhere. All you got to do is have some kind of a drain pan and just change it. Get under the van, unscrew the bolt. The other thing you're going to have is the filter. Whatever you call it. There's a special word for it. Write it in the comments for me. I love the comments, by the way. I read every single one of them, so you guys can comment all you want. And I usually respond to all of them, but there's a key for the oil filter that you got to use. Besides that, very simple oil change. Do it yourself, and I'll show you guys right now how to do that. So this oil change, before tax, $78.59. I'm not going to include my tax for you guys because every state's tax is different. But just so you guys know, ours is almost 10%, by the way. But here it is, $78.59 pre-tax for changing the oil yourself and buying the correct grade, the correct everything at Walmart. And the oil filter, like I said, Walmart didn't have it, so got it at O'Reilly. Here's the receipt, $5.79. And the oil right there, $27.97. If you divide that $28 divided by 5, which is 5 quarts in here, you guys are going to end up paying $5.60 per quart. Yeah, it's just a little more here because, you end up with 15 quarts and the van takes 13. Common sense. You got 2 quarts left over for next time, or, put it in the van. And if your van eats oil or leaks oil, then it's good to have that way. You're not paying, 11, 12, 13 and up at the gas stations for it when you're buying it, if your van leaks oil. So for this procedure, common sense, but maybe somebody doesn't know, you're going to obviously need an oil drain pan, oil filter. You're going to need one of these. This is what I was talking about that I couldn't find the words for. This is the oil filter key. You use this to unscrew the cap, oil filter cap remover. So you're going to need one of these. If you've never done it, then you got to order one of these on Amazon. That's the cheapest place because dealership wants over $100 for it. You're going to need yourself a ratchet with a 13mm socket and an extension. Let's get to it. You come here and then you take this off. It's a little harder to do with one hand versus two hands. That way you get to your oil filter, which is right here, and there's the cap that you use that special tool to remove it. Then you take this, and once again, like I said, it's easier to do it with both hands. That way you can, come on. Is it gonna fall? It's gonna fall. Anyways, you use two hands, one here, one here. Lift this up, move it to the side. Okay, next, you put this on and you unscrew this. That's where your oil filter is, it's inside of there. And obviously I only have one hand, so I'm gonna use two to lift this up a little more and unscrew the cap. Take the oil filter out, put new gaskets in there, common sense again, and then put a new filter in there. Here's our drain bolt. Right there, 13 millimeter. Unscrew this. Oh, let me see if it's gonna work like that. Set you guys down a little bit. I always over tighten my stuff. Stupid extension. You don't need that. And it's going to come down hard. So make sure your washer and your bolt is going to be coming out together. There it goes. There's my washer right here. You want to keep the washer because that's an important part. And there you go. While your oil is draining, while you guys see it drain, while it's draining, you can grab the oil filter and replace the gaskets on it. Here's your new oil filter and the gaskets. Gaskets, you want to put a little bit of oil, your old one, just over them, both of them. And where the gaskets actually go is one, the small one goes right up here, and the big one is actually right here. Kind of hard to see, but right there where I'm pointing. So use a little pick like this. That's another tool that I missed that you might need. Something like this, like a little pick, to remove this seal and put these new seals on, and then you put the oil filter on just like this when you're done with everything, and it sits in there just like that. That's it. Oil is done draining. We're going to throw our bolt in, just a tiny little bit, but we're not going to be here all day waiting. I guess it's leaking still pretty good. I might wait another couple minutes. Anyways, drain bolt goes in. Don't forget that before you put your new oil in. And then you just screw this back in. Right there. And not just hand tighten, you got to use the tool and the ratchet. I always do hand tight and then tighten it up with the tool. Once the oil is done draining, all you do is pour your brand new oil in there, 13 quarts. Supposedly it calls for 12.5, but trust me, pour 13 in, you'll be good. Those of you who might say that this is not compatible, something with Mercedes, here's what it says, what it's compatible, what the oil is all about. It's compatible with your Mercedes. There's your numbers, the Mercedes numbers. We put this piece back in. By going so. New oil and you're done. That's it. Almost 3 of these go in there. Remember, 13 quarts. Supposedly OEM specs say that it's 12 and a half, but I always had to add a little more, so 13 is going to be perfect for you guys. If you guys found this video helpful, you guys know what to do. Like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, let me know how much your oil change cost you. Let me know if it's this much, less, or more. Take care.